Well, hello everyone. As I am taking this video, it is about 4:30 in the afternoon on Monday, March the 16th, 2020. And I'm sure I'll be looking at this in the future once all this is blown over. So let me go ahead and say this. We're right in the middle of what the news media is calling a pandemic for the coronavirus. And it has got a lot of people scared. To get you all caught up, I just finished a podcast fair, a little 4-day fair, and actually did okay. But as it turns out, the next fair that I was going to go to, the Suwannee County Fair over in Live Oak, has been canceled as of today. They made the announcement on their Facebook page, as well as the Shrimp Festival that I was talking about in my last video has also officially been canceled. And the big scare that a lot of people are having is that there's been a purchasing run on groceries. So you go into somewhere like this, a Walmart, and everything is pretty much gone. But I went and got a load of groceries just 2 days ago, and just about everything that I normally buy was still there. And so I've been saying, take a deep breath, just calm down. And as a way to illustrate that, let's just go on in to Walmart and see what kind of groceries can we still purchase. The first section we come up to is the produce section, and there's still plenty of stuff here, which seems odd that this isn't stripped out, because green vegetables like this, good salads and green vegetables, are going to bolster your immune system, which is what you're going to be trying to be doing right now. Look at that, lots of avocados, green stuff. I bet if we went over to the bread aisle where the Hostess cakes are, they're all going to be gone. Reasonably priced blueberries. It's a what do they call that? Super fruit. One of the best antioxidants you can get. Try to bolster your immune system. And we got a whole bunch of it still here. People aren't buying the good stuff. A whole red cabbage for $1. For $1. And you can do so many things with cabbage. You can, put it on a tortilla shell. Put cheese in with it. Just dip it in hummus. So many different things. Boil it into a stew. Lots of fiber and vitamin C just sitting there. Plenty of red seedless grapes. Gives you good digestion. Plenty of iron in your blood. It's if you have sugar cravings, it's a good way to alleviate that. Yeah. And look at that, tons of them. Oh, this shelf here, kombucha, this is a probiotic. This is the kind of thing you really want to have if you're worried about getting sick. Get some good probiotics going. All of these, untouched. Pomegranate juice, yeah, that'll bolster your immune system right there. Yeah, we got lots of canned kombucha for $1.74 per can. I think I'll get about 4 of those. Really fills you up. Fish meat is pretty much a vegetable. With the bread aisle almost completely empty, we still have stacks of whole wheat tortilla shells. I'm not going to buy these because I've got plenty still in the camper. And they're more versatile. They have about as much calories as a single slice of bread, but you can roll them up, make pinwheels with them. You can put hummus in them. You could put hot dogs in them, make, what do they call that, grilled cheeses. Of course, there's always burritos. Tons of things you can do with these. A lot of this is empty, but take a look. Right here are some kinds of snacks that most people don't buy, but don't overlook them. We got oatmeal, apple, right here. Look at that. It's got fruit in it, but it's not in the refrigerated section. It does not need to be refrigerated. So it's basically like a canned good. Might as well get a few of those. Good for in the morning. And then your chia snacks. That's a good antioxidant right there. Oh, right there. Might as well get some of those. I like desserts. Very simple ingredients. And here we've got the bread aisle. Just like I said, almost completely empty, but somehow whole wheat tortilla shells still here. Go ahead and get the whole wheat tortilla shells. They're good for you. More versatile. You don't want to be buying this junk whenever you think you might get sick. Bath tissue, of course. Completely empty, all sold out. But guys, paper towels, you can substitute them. looks, that angry, frustrated looks on some of these people's faces. Like, guys, I hadn't bought a roll of toilet paper in about 4 years. I'm in a Walmart right now. I'm going to use the bathroom while I'm here. That takes care of today. Not going to need it at all today. Some of my favorite kinds of beans. The lentils. 20 of those for $2.26 a piece. We got the wild blend of rice. Yellow rice, nah, just leave that here. Boil in the bag brown rice, 4 packs. Shoot, why not? Can't forget about Nestor. Make sure he's got some new kitty litter. And a nice big bag of Iams with chicken, his favorite. Only the best for little Nestor. It's a bigger bag than I normally get. The aisle with all the stuff that you actually want for when you are sick. Stuff that is very electrolyte rich, lots of fiber and energy, easy on your stomach. All the Ensure, protein bars, all this stuff, untouched. Just sitting here. It does look like some of the antihistamine, or not, well, antihistamine, anti-inflammatory, that kind of stuff is actually being bought up, so the general public is showing a little common sense, at least in the medication area. But over here, Pedialyte, still there. Plenty of it not bought yet. It's definitely what you'd want to buy if you got sick. But instead, we got all the Hostess cakes are gone, and Pedialyte is still here. And it is right at 5:30 now, so approximately 1 hour in the Walmart. And I'm already $84 in. This is approximately everything I would eat in about 2.5 to 3 weeks, including more paper towels than I would normally use in a month, and also a full thing of handy wipes. So that's not the last place I'm going to stop. I'm also going to try a health food store as far as places that's going to have bins full of dried fruit and beans and rice and stuff that you really want to stock up on. Times like this, they'll probably have it, and I'm doubting there's as many people that think of going to it. So let's go on to Amelia Island and try the Nassau health food store. Well, there's plenty of cars here, so I do believe they are open. Okay, yeah, they're open till 7. Alright, so let's go on in, stock up on some good healthy stuff. Chocolate kashi, 10 grams of protein for each one, plenty of fiber, and your 30 calories per serving, unsweetened vanilla almond breeze. These things go together really well, let me tell you, I've done that before. I got, this is actually pretty tempting, the spinach noodles. They're mostly made out of durum flour, a lot of natural ingredients there. And just down here we've got whole wheat noodles, 100% whole wheat. But I think I'm going to go with this one just for space purposes. I am in a camper after all. So we got the organic whole wheat shell macaroni noodles. Tons of non-perishables here. Your cornmeals, pancake mixes, flours, all that kind of stuff. And then your bulk bins. So I ended up going with pinto beans, sesame sticks, rolled oats, ginger sticks, and dried mango. Was able to find some apricots with no sodium nitrate. It's a little pricey, but I think it's worth it. Prunes typically don't have sodium nitrates because they turn black when they dry anyway. They don't try to preserve the color. But yeah. Last thing I was looking for, the small compact honey bear. I like those words right there. Pure and raw. Raw honey. Not been cut with corn syrup or pasteurized, I suppose. But this one is orange blossom, which in Florida is pretty common. 530. So, and of course wildflower. That one's common as dirt as well. But we've got something called gallberry. Gallberry here. Looks like a medium in between the two as far as the darkness of color goes. Nice compact little shape. 530. Go ahead and get that. That's going to be my last thing from here. It's about 6:30 now, and I am back at where I'm keeping the camper where I'm staying for the next few days to perhaps a few weeks. Been about 2 hours, including all the driving, and I am completely stocked up on what I'm pretty sure that I'm going to need for the next 2.5 to 3 weeks. I would have gone further, bought more, but when you're staying in and living in a 10-foot camper, there's only so much you can pack in there. So I think I've done as much as I can. So it's about time for me to end out this video, but before I do, I just wanted to have a quick little serious talk with you guys about the situation, about everything that's going on right now. I can't speak to the ideas of how many people are going to get sick and how far this thing is going to go, but I will say this much, you guys. To all of my subscribers that call yourself Christians, you're Protestant, you're evangelical, you're Lutheran, Pentecostal, Baptist, whatever you are, you believe in Jesus. In this time that everybody is so stressed and worried, let's not forget the things that we've been going to church and hearing our whole life, the thing that our preacher, our minister has been telling us, and that is that Jesus promised that he would not leave us or forsake us, that he has never seen his seed begging bread. It said on the Sermon on the Mount that consider the lilies of the field. They don't reap or sow or toil, but they have the finest raiment that would rival even that of a king. And consider the birds in the sky. They don't have jobs. They don't worry about where their next meal's coming from or where they're going to lay their head. And yet they look gorgeous, they sing pretty, they're carefree, and not one falls out of the sky that Jesus himself does not take note. And you're worth more than any common birds, than many common birds. Let's not forget that he said that he would lead us beside still waters and restore our soul and prepare a table before us in the presence of our enemies. That we are going to be taken, we are the children of the King, and we will be taken care of. You guys, you've been hearing it your whole life. It's time to take a hold of those promises and hold them to your heart and use them to calm yourself and comfort yourself in this time of stress. That's why the promises are there, for times like this. So take those promises and hold them to heart. And remember when he said, "My cup runneth over." Just look at all of this in 2 hours. In this time of stress and everybody's so worried, in 2 hours, how much God has provided me. Realistically, this one thing of lentils right here could last me an entire week because of how much protein and fiber and good nutrients that are in lentils, a biblical food. This whole thing could last me a week if I'm conservative. But my cup runneth over. I have all of this, including more pinto beans. And I mean, if you guys have read Into the Wild, Chris McCandless Supertramp could survive a week on a single bag of brown rice. Guys, let's also not forget that you're able to go long periods without eating. It's called fasting. And I know a lot of people that have gone 20 days or more without eating, and they did just fine. Guys, you're going to be fine. I also wanted to talk for a second about some of the positive things that are going to happen because of this whole quarantine, lockdown, pandemic scare. One of them is that I'm sure many times you guys have seen somebody leave a public bathroom without washing their hands. And you've probably wanted to stop them and say, that's nasty, but you didn't want to get into a confrontation and you didn't think it was enough of your business to really step in and intervene. But now, I believe it's probably socially acceptable for you to do that. So seeing people putting their hands down in the grapes and the vegetables, putting their hand in the back of their pants and scratching their face and just being generally nasty people. Now, guys, it's acceptable for us to stop people like that and say, public safety, Stop being so nasty, clean up your act. So that's one good thing. Another good thing is for people like me, that is an introvert that has never really liked big, thick crowds and not understood the appeal of getting shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of people and why some people do that. I think after these next couple of months, that's not going to happen quite so much anymore. And I think it's going to be a little more socially acceptable to start asking for more physical space. So that's another positive thing for all you introverts out there. Look forward to that social change after all this is over. Another thing is this, that you guys, you've got time off of work now. Just think about that. You've got an excuse not to be at work. So what is that project, that passion project that you've been putting off? That novel you've been wanting to write, that project you've wanting to take on, that instrument you've wanted to learn, that webcomic strip you've wanted to start, or that YouTube channel you've wanted to start, that little business that you've been thinking about. You can start getting those ideas that's been floating around your head, get them down on paper, start and put some action to it, and, you know, start working on these projects. And you've got time off work, and you need a distraction. You need a distraction. So use this time to finally do that thing that you've been putting off, that thing that you've been wanting to do, and get that book written. Start drawing that children's book. Get that song out of your head and on paper, and start learning that instrument. Do it. You got time now. Do it. So, yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, we're over here with the. Let's go ahead and show Nestor before I end the video out. Come on. There he is. There's Nestor. So that's all I had to say for this. Be safe, be smart, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.